First exhibition, just initial impressions of these guys.
That was good. Bowling Green's always a tough opponent first out, and that's why we schedule them. One, they're organized, they work incredibly hard, well coached. They're playing this game like it is, the most important game. And I think our guys approach, we want them to have a similar. I just feel like the other teams might approach the preseason game a bit different, and they don't, and I like that. So, good opponent. We got hurt on a restart. We haven't spent a lot of time on restarts. It's just an example of, how important they are, and yet we just can't get it all done in 5 days. So you're kind of picking and choosing what your focus is. But there were some good things tonight. We just weren't goal dangerous enough is the biggest takeaway. And we held the ball well. We controlled the tempo for the most part. But we just didn't. We weren't assertive enough getting forward. So that will be a big focus area. Will be, when and how to be more dangerous. Getting behind. We were a little bit content with just keeping it.
Center back this year, it looks clearly different. You had Minzy, you had Lindamore, I think it was, but there was we didn't see Jansen tonight. Can you talk about what your plans are with the center back? I saw Josh Mayer played, but off the bench. So what are your plans there and with Jansen?
Yeah, we're still evaluating. I mean, Jansen right now we're just protecting. He's got a little knock in the foot. He'll be fine. So we just wanted to protect Jansen. He'll obviously be in. And then it's who's going to play next to him is really what we're evaluating. So Lindamore had some good minutes tonight. Josh got in. He's still coming back from his injury. So our eval on him is still kind of twofold. One, just he hasn't had a lot of time to play. So we don't want to be too critical. He's still getting back into kind of full action. Brecken did a nice job. He obviously played there this spring. He's got some great athleticism. He's growing and maturing. And we put Barger in there a little bit at the end just to get some other guys in the field. But yeah, I think we're going to have the depth we need in competition. It's just a matter of who we're going to go with, when it comes first game.
Justin Weiss, he looked good tonight. Just him fitting in. Just like, have you thought when you envisioned him coming here, just kind of has that played out how you thought it would?
Yeah, he's fantastic. One, I feel like I've coached him for 3 years, and that's the best compliment you can get. He fits with the team incredibly well. He fits what we like from not only IQ-wise as a striker to offset some of our other skill sets. I think he's one of the smarter attackers on our team. We knew we needed a little bit of that, and his work rate's fantastic. So, when he was available, it was like that is like literally the piece in our attack, and I'm super excited for tonight. He showed plenty of moments, but I think the nice thing with Justin tonight is how kind of consistent he was in his minutes, and yet some of our returning guys, I know there were some off nights, but he was consistent all night, and I think we'll get a lot of that out of him, which will allow us to have some ups and downs with our attackers.
I don't really have much.
Just the wings, Tommy and Collins this year, trying to get more out of them. Tommy last year, I feel like he hit the post like 20 times.
Yeah, Tommy, we're experimenting with him inside, we're experimenting with him wide. We know he's effective in both. It's really just finding the best partnership, and we don't know how we'll play it out at this point. But Tommy, it was very unfortunate. And then I think in the middle of the season he was pressing a bit, and which made him, I think, drop a little bit in performance and decisions. And then he kind of found his groove, and in the tournament I thought he was fantastic. So he's going to get more goals than last year. I'm confident. We just maybe hopefully get him a goal early to make that helps with the goal score. But I think there's more scoring weapons on this roster, natural goal scorers. We're going to miss the physical play and the things that Carson and Malone brought. Like, we definitely missed that, but we offset that. Like with Weiss and Nessie in particular, really savvy finishers, and I think need less chances to score. Yet those other two could create chances that were different. So just trying to figure out how to play off the new talent.
And then speaking of that, with this, other than Jansen, it seemed like who you started tonight while you went deeper was pretty close to what you're going to start this year. Is that a fair thing to say that your starters, while they're not completely set, who saw first is kind of close to what you're going to see?
I'd say it's certainly the closest, yes. But we definitely have some young players that are pushing. Mm-hmm. And with, again, 5 days in, there's times that I thought we might not use a player at this game 5 days in, and then not only did we use him, but he's starting 3 games later in the season, not this team, but past team. So what we think 5 days in to what is reality going into the season is, because these guys are still adjusting, even our transfers. I mean, it takes them a while to adjust. And I think our freshmen are still adjusting to all the new things. The way we play, our terminology, just getting comfortable, relaxing a bit, not feeling like I have to show every moment. That, it's a collection of efforts. So I don't know what our starting lineup will be, but I think there's certainly a lot of players in that first group should be in the mix for sure.
And then, speaking of that, the other rotation guy we didn't see tonight is Luca Becerra. What's up with that?
Yeah, Luca's got a little bit of an injury, so he's out for just a bit, but he should be available closer to the start of the season. Obviously, fitness will drop, so we got to ramp him back up, but that was not due to selection. That was just due to availability.
Okay.
Last one, Quentin Elliott. He looked really solid there. What does he bring on the wing there?
Yeah, I mean, we had a really good Brett Beebe and Nick Sessick, so, to back up another really good wing back. Quentin, I'd like to see get the attack a bit more. He is a converted winger 10 to a wide back, where Beebe and Nick have always been defenders. So I think what we're trying to do is get him a bit more active in the final third. Nick and Beebe did that well, but that's the difference with Q, is get him in the final third a bit more. I think he has more natural instincts. And then we have to offset that with our shape and balance. But I still think we could have gotten him behind more. I thought we could have got more service opportunities for him. So overall, he did some good things, but we got to get him more in the final third.
Okay.